The Ascension is a heel professional wrestling tag team, consisting of Konnor and Viktor. The Ascension started out as a stable which also had Kenneth Cameron, Ricardo Rodriguez, Tito Colon, and Raquel Diaz, but later became a tag team with O'Brien and Cameron after O'Brien returned from injury in March while Rodriguez, Colon, and Diaz had all disbanded from the Ascension. As of July 2013 the group consists of Konnor and Viktor. Career, World Wrestling Entertainment/WWE, Formation. On August 28, 2011, Ricardo Rodriguez announced the formation of a stable called the Ascension, with members including Kenneth Cameron, Konnor O'Brien, Tito Colon, and Raquel Diaz. The first match to include all members in some capacity came on September 1, 2011, and saw Cameron, Colon and unregistered trademark Bryan, accompanied by Diaz, defeating C.J. Parker, Donnie Marlowe and Johnny Curtis. On September 30, Cameron and Colon had a shot at the Florida Tag Team Championship but lost to then-champions C.J. Parker and Donnie Marlowe. By October, the Ascension was no longer associated with Rodriguez, as video packages promoting the Ascension with new darker characters only featured the other four Ascension members without Rodriguez. By the end of November the Ascension had all but disbanded, as O'Brien fell to injury and Colon was being called up to WWE to team with his cousin Primo. Meanwhile Diaz became queen of FCW and distanced herself from the group. This left Cameron as the sole survivor of the Ascension and he continued to use the Ascension gimmick during his appearances. However, the disintegration of the group would prove to be beneficial for Cameron as he would go on to a 3-month singles winning streak beating the likes of Jiro and Calvin Reigns until he finally lost to Colin Carsady on February 23, 2012. O'Brien and Cameron. On March 15, 2012 Cameron was accompanied to the ring by the returning Konnor O'Brien in his match against Byron Saxton. The match ended in disqualification when O'Brien interfered. Cameron and O'Brien began wrestling as a tag team using the name of the Ascension, and their first tag team match together came on March 23 when the two defeated Jason Jordan and Xavier Woods. The Ascension suffered their first loss when the pair lost to the Florida Tag Team Champions, Corey Graves and Jake Carter, in a title bout. After this loss the Ascension would go on another winning streak, including winning a fatal 4-way elimination against the teams of Adam Mercer and Chad Baxter, Jason Jordan and Mike Dalton, and Brad Maddox and Rick Victor. On June 6, 2012, the Ascension made their debut on NXT, defeating Mike Dalton and C.J. Parker with their double-team finisher, Downcast. They would later enter a rivalry with the Usos, with the Ascension getting the better end of most of the encounters between the two teams. The Ascension also defeated another main roster team in Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel on the October 3, 2012 episode of NXT. However, Cameron was released on November 30, 2012 after being arrested. Konnor and Viktor. From there O'Brien worked as a singles wrestler keeping the Ascension gimmick on his own for some time. Following O'Brien's victory over Alex Riley on the June 5, 2013 edition of NXT, Rick Victor appeared on the ramp, getting O'Brien's attention. Victor would officially accompany O'Brien to the ring as his partner in the Ascension on the July 3 edition of NXT as O'Brien defeated Andy Baker. After winning a gauntlet match to determine the number 1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championship, the Ascension defeated the team of Adrian Naval and Corey Graves on the October 2 edition of NXT to capture the titles. On the 8th of November the two were renamed, Konnor O'Brien renamed to Konnor and Rick Victor renamed to Victor. For the majority of their title reign, the Ascension would battle and dismantle local wrestlers in mere minutes with very little to no offense from their opponents. Their first major title defense was against Too Cool at NXT's first live event. NXT Arrival where they emerged victorious. The Ascension began demanding competition in the weeks following, moving up from local wrestlers to random combinations of teams made up from contracted wrestlers. While still disabling and annihilating their opponents week after week, they were confronted by a team of masked wrestlers. El Local and Kalisto who challenged them for their tag team titles at the second live event, NXT TakeOver. Though they were given their toughest challenge to date, The Ascension successfully defended their gold after hitting Fall of Man on local. The Ascension made their main roster debut on the September 9, 2014 edition of WWE Main Event, defeating Los Matadors in a match to promote their title defense against the team of Kalisto and Sin Cara at the NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way event. At the event, the Ascension lost the titles to Kalisto and Sin Cara, ending their reign a day short of a full year. That same night they were in an altercation with William Regal and the debuting Hideo Itami. In wrestling, Konnor finishing moves, Fall of Man, Stockade. Viktor finishing moves, Canadian Lifter/Psycho Crusher. Kenneth Cameron finishing moves, Curb Stomp, Velvet Noise. Tag team finishing moves, Downcast, Fall of Man/Spinning Heel Kick Combination or a Leg Sweep/Flying European Uppercut Combination. Entrance themes, Let Battle Commence by Daniel Nielsen, Rebellion by CFO $. Championship and Accomplishment, WWE NXT Tag Team Championship, Konnor and Viktor. References